Welcome back, everybody. So today the temperature's decent out. It's barely 70, and I really mean barely. But I'm gonna do something today that I've been wanting to do for a while, which is we're gonna work on this panel right here. So as you can see, paint is flaking off of this. Pretty sure that's Bondo, because it does sound solid compared to other parts of that. So we're going to sand this down because it is starting to rust right there and a little bit right here. So this is today what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to try to take it up to, because there's a little bit of rust right there. So basically I want to sand this whole area right there. So got 80 grit sandpaper, got 120 sandpaper, or is it? Yeah, whatever. 3M body filler, all that kind of stuff. So I have plenty of material. So I guess it's just time to get on it and see what I can do. Hopefully this goes pretty decently quick. Yeah, you can just put air to it and it's just knocking off pieces of the body. Okay. I don't see how bodywork people do this for a living. Not a bodywork person, never claimed to be. I hate doing it, but it's got to be done. So, I mean, I've got bodywork that needs to be done on, well, all 4 of these. But this was kind of more important to me than other things, because it was starting to rust. Well, first thing, this is Bondo. I mean, you can see it was hit right here, but this is actual Bondo. The Bondo brand. Never use that. That stuff is crap. There's little pit holes. The Bondo brand actually isn't as good as other stuff. it does seep water into it, all that kind of stuff. So I am taking 90% of this off. There is a little rust hole right here. So we do have some rust that we need to be taken care of. There's nothing on the inside of the body in here, so we're good. But we still got a lot of sanding to do. I mean, there's paint runs right here that I need to get taken care of. Got to get this rust taken care of, so we're gonna have to break out the angle grinder or something here. You know, a lot more sanding to go, because I need to get all of this opened up and kind of cleaned up a little more, get the Bondo off this area. Got a little rust spot right there. There was a lot of rust up here. I've put a dent in the Bondo right here from where there was a rust spot right there. So I've put a big dent through the Bondo. So definitely gonna have to go over it with, I mean, I won't say that's a big dent. I mean, that's maybe a 1/16 of an inch. Feels pretty smooth, but we still got other areas to go. So I'm gonna continue to sand, try to get some more of this out. Then we'll turn the camera back on probably when we address some of this. We'll just see. This is gonna be a long process, but this needs to be done because it was starting to rust really bad. And there's a hole right there. I've literally been out here for about an hour, grinding, sanding, everything. Well, I think I've got it down. So I've put some, you know, I even went out and got a freaking grinding disc and put on this thing. So it does need filler. We're not using Bondo. That stuff's crap. 3M. If you're gonna do this, get good stuff. So it is smooth for the most part. I'm gonna have to go across this, of course. Now there's the bad spot right there. Man, there's dust all over this. Okay. So there's the bad spot. So some holes, a little bit there. And if I'm correct, we're in the same spot on the other side. I think the other side's a little small, lower. Yeah. So, which we're gonna get into this one next. One side at a time, because those are the only 2 rust spots on the truck. Oh. Now, before anybody, like, you know, complains, blah blah blah, on this side, no, I'm not going to do a patch panel. The other side, yes, because it's a hole by the A-bag. This side, no, I'm not doing a patch panel. Reason why: this is not a show truck. This thing is going to have, at the end of the day, when it's all done, it's going to have about a 12-inch lift on it, between suspension, all that kind of stuff, tires, everything. It's going to be about 12 inches taller than what it is now. It is an off-road truck. Something special for the paint later on. So I'm not 100% stressed. I do want the body to look a little decent, but I'm not going to do a patch panel on this. We're going to go over it, clean it up, do nice body filler on it, make this side look decent. It ain't got to be A1. It's just got to be decent. Bad thing is, this took a lot longer than I was expecting. And I got somewhere to be in about a half an hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up body filler real quick. We're going to fill in the holes on the bottom, kind of try to get that kind of covered up. Then we're just going to throw a real quick like light spray paint over top of this, just kind of hide the rust, or hide the bare metal so it doesn't rust. Then we come back over it, lightly sand it all down, and then go back over with more body filler and clean it up. So right now I'm going to address these rusty, well, they're not rusty no more, but these holes, and then we'll continue on hopefully tomorrow. Okay, so it's the next day, and as you can see, I did go over it with some primer. Now, just went ahead, sanded the primer off mostly, because, you know, you can still see there's bare metal. So then I went over this section where I filled in, so still needs a little work. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and mix up some filler and try to go over most of this. It's going to take a coat or two. Lucky that the next couple days are supposed to be pretty decent. So I can not stress on this. So, and that's something like I say, I am not trying to stress on this. I want to get it done, but I don't want to like really rush, because I'm not a bodywork person. All right, so 3M premium finishing glaze, and then of course cream hardener. And I like this bottle because, you know, you just grab it and squeeze. All right. Now, like I say, this is going to take, you know, a couple coats, couple tries. Coat here, sand, coat there, sand. So we'll just work on it. I do need to order more hardener, because when you buy these kind of things, it only comes with this little itty bitty hardener, and this little thing is not enough for this huge container. So I'm gonna have to order some. You can get off of Amazon for like 10 bucks for, that's a 1 ounce. You can get it off of Amazon, the basically like 3 ounce one, for like 10 bucks. All right, so got some mixed up. You don't ever want to put this stuff on thick. And of course it's warm out today, so this stuff is a lot. I mean, first of all, this stuff isn't thick and all that anyways, and then with the warmth out today, it makes it thinner. Ooh, caught that. All right, well, there's first coat. Now, there still is low spots, like right in here, because that's where I really was getting into some of the rust and all that kind of stuff. And then there's a little bit of a dip right there. So like I say, what we'll do is we'll let this dry, then we'll come out, we'll re-sand it down, and then we'll hit these low spots again. because we just don't constantly build up. It's not how you do this. So let this dry, which is going to take an hour. Sand it down. We'll apply another coat. Hopefully I can get away with, that'll be 1, 2, and then 3. So hopefully one more coat should get this as smooth as I can get it and make it look decent. So we'll pick this up in about an hour. Okay, so I sanded it down. Looks pretty good. You can still see imperfections right through the middle. So hopefully, like I say, hopefully this last bit right here can do it. That's what I'm hoping. Got a little on my hand. I might have to do one more coat right through the middle, right there. Oh well, we'll just keep on rolling because I don't know. I mean, I'm doing the best I can, but hey, looks better than what it did yesterday. Okay, so I went over it that one more time, and I think it looks pretty decent. I'm not gonna rub it with my hand because I just cleaned it. And before I cleaned it, all that, it was smooth. It felt really good. So we'll throw some paint on it. And I did sand all the way down and around because a lot of times factory, when it gets down into here, a lot of times there's runs and it just, it's kind of crappy. So made sure that I went all the way down and around on this. Now, again, I know I'm not a bodywork person. I'm more of a fabricator. So this is just gonna have to do. I think it's pretty smooth. I think it's fairly acceptable. So we're just gonna rock with this. Plus, once we get it painted, or once we do the paint on it, you won't even notice any little bit of imperfection that's on that. So I just painted my tire. Lucky I don't care. And I know I said that I was like, don't think it's gonna rain today or tomorrow, but the skies over there look like it's gonna rain. So we're just gonna do this. So I'm gonna do that coat, let it tack up, then we'll put some more coats on it. But hey, we're done for the day. Next video, we'll be back on the Blazer. Tomorrow my head bolts come in for the motor, so we can go ahead and start working on putting this motor back together in the Blazer. So stay tuned for that, because that's the next video, is putting more motor work together on this. So Stay tuned. Catch you then.